Hello everyone, and welcome to my ongoing playthrough of TACOMA. In our last episode, we learned a little more about the crew's plans to escape the station by rigging one of the automated cargo drones to act as an escape vehicle for the crew. However, several members of the crew are expressing various misgivings about the plan. Station Administrator Evie St. James has concerns as to whether the plan will work. Andrew here has concerns about going into cryogenic stasis in order to give Roberta and Natalie more time and more breathable oxygen in order to rig the drone. He's wondering about whether or not he'll actually wake up from cryo. Sarah, the medic, has concerns as well. So we've just finished going through the botany section. Now we're going to go over to medical and see what clues we can pick up there. Alright, so let's make our way to the exit here. Looks like we have another message from our data transfer unit. It looks like someone tried to wipe all the AR crew records from the station, but a few couldn't be deleted. System shows the ones left behind were being accessed at the time of the wipe. Interesting. Well, that's because we were accessing them. 50% on the upload. So we have time to burn. Okay, welcome to medical. Please proceed to the exam room for your appointment. Attending physician Sarah Hasmati, MD. And we have a record here. Cared for them. That's interesting.
Okay, Sarah. We'll see you over in Mech. Soon as everything's wrapped up here.
Alright. Good speed.
Alright, what was she looking at? Looks like she was talking to Odin. Isn't having more data available to the pilot desirable? And she says, yeah, but the raw nav data is formatted for the Zenith AI's use, not... Bert's going to need to be able to use this stuff in real time while she's at the controls, so... Odin says, navigation code itself, interpret the data and display its recommendation for optimal manual inputs to the pilot. Expose the raw data for cross-reference if needed, yes. I understand. I will prepare revision 2.212 of the manual drone navigation control software. So she was talking to Odin about making the cargo drone controllable by a human pilot. What else was she looking at? Of course, there's also something here. Emergency in effect. Cryogenic facilities active. 2 of 6 cryopods occupied. Oxygen supply approximately 50 hours. Message with Evie St. James. No, it's okay, don't worry about. But I just wanted to say that I think you're a really good station admin, and no matter how I acted, I want you to know not going to let you down. That's very sweet, Nat. I appreciate it. I need to see you on the other side. This user is offline. Okay. That's corrupted. That's corrupted. Alright. Alright, let's keep this going.
Once more into the breach? What?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about how Evie and Clive are already in deep freeze. Did you read the message they sent?
Yeah. Why are we going into the supply closet?
I got to talk to them a little bit right before Sarah took them down to cryo, and Evie was being so encouraging. They're putting all their faith in us, but...
But what?
Right before they turned to go, just for a second. They look so worried.
Oh, baby.
The clock is ticking. And I just keep thinking, what if the last time they saw each other is the last time they'll ever see each other?
Don't think about that.
How can I? How can you not think about it?
So, you know the concept of partitioning from early century computing?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you have a data drive. Maybe one partition was your operating system, and the other one was like general data storage. And maybe you'd partition part of the drive off to contain something that might be unstable that you otherwise kind of, wanted not to interfere with anything else. There are certain things that are gonna help us get this done, but some things, they need to be partitioned off. Because thinking about them isn't gonna help us.
But you're thinking about us, at least, aren't you?
Yeah. And when I do let myself start thinking about how there's a possibility this is the last of our time together too,
Nat?
then I start thinking we should really make the most of it.
Yeah, this is a seriously emotional moment here. They're concerned about Clive and Evie, who, at the time of this recording, they already went into stasis. And they're concerned about their future as well. So this is medical storage. And I see something over here. Secure medical storage, physician access only. Physical locking engaged. There's a key here. Maybe we'll get to it later. Let's keep moving. Let's go back to the beginning of this recording.
Okay, Sarah. We'll see you over in Mech. Soon as everything's wrapped up here.
Alright, good speed.
What was she looking at? To all crew, TACOMA is remaining. To everyone left awake on TACOMA Station, I've added a tracking widget to all crew desktops that displays a pretty accurate estimate of how much breathable air remains on the station. Following the algae bloom and Evie and Clive going into cryo, that counter should give a pretty good keep an eye on it. And so the algae bloom, okay, yeah, this is from Andrew. So Andrew rigged that algae bloom to give some extra breathable air. Okay. What else do we have? Message with Natalie. Hey ladies, your scans look good. You're cleared for cryo. If God forbid, into the pods, attaching same standard instructions I sent along to Evie and Clive. Cryogenic sleep, a patient's guide. Preparation. Medical staff will scan you and determine an appropriate regimen of fluids to be administered by intravenous. Dosage of diuretics and laxatives and given time for your body to react to them before. Medical staff will guide you as you enter the cryogenic device. If the cryogenic facilities at your location are in microgravity, medical staff will have special training. Okay. What else? Failed. Failed. Alright, keep going.
Oh, Odin. Did I do the right thing?
In what regard?
Does Nat deserve to know what her odds are if she ends up going into cryo?
I believe that you have made a decision with both Roberta and Natalie's best interests at heart.
Above all, do no harm. If we do make it out of this thing, Nat's going to have to find out I didn't tell her everything at some point.
I believe that is a bridge to be crossed at a later date. Andrew is here for his exam.
Oh. Send him in.
Okay, so it looks like Sarah has concerns about Nat's ability to survive going into cryo. Curious.
So you showed up for your exam?
I did.
So does that mean you've decided to...
What's gonna happen to us, Sarah?
What? Well, Bert and Nat are going to fix up the drone with life support, and then we're...
No. I mean... What if things don't work out? And we're still stuck in cryo?
Oh. Well, when you go into stabilizing sleep, it feels just like any other sleep, really. The body effectively goes into a controlled hypothermic coma.
Do you dream?
Sometimes. Sometimes very intense dreams.
And then what?
After a certain amount of time, your body slows down too much. Things start shutting down. You just don't wake back up.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Do you think Bert and Nat can get it done?
I do.
Then I'll just have to trust your professional opinion and do my part. It's been good working with you, Doc. I'm ready for my exam.
Yeah, I think they overheard Bert and Nat tackling in the supply room. Interesting. While we're here, let's look at what we've got here. Let's look. Here we've got a drawer. We've got, hey, a key. Supply locker. Aha. Alright. Let's put that back. We have a notebook. February 20th. Honestly, most of the pain has faded, but I can't say that I don't still feel guilty. It's just duller than it used to be, but it's still there all the time. Odin says this counts as grief, even though I never knew the patient when he was alive. I don't know how doctors deal with this. A lot of them have to, don't they? Most of them? Interesting. So guilty about a past patient? Interesting. This key to the supply room. Let's go into the supply locker and see what's there. There's the personal quarters. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, we've got some medications and we have papers here. Venturius settles with family of spaceport victim. Following a lengthy independent investigation and court case, the Venturius Corporation reached a settlement with the family of Jaden Jeremiah Pratt, who died during surgery for a fractured femur following an accident aboard Venturius Fountain of Paradise Spaceport on September 2nd, 2085. The value of the settlement was undisclosed. As part of the settlement's terms, Venturius admitted no wrongdoing in the death of Mr. Pratt. However, significant public relations damage was already done by the incident. While OCEP's independent investigation was inconclusive, the attending surgeon at the time of Mr. Pratt's death, Dr. Sarah Hazmadi, testified during multiple hearings that fault lay not in human error, but in the faulty judgment of Venturius Medical AI, HICA. Following these claims and the lack of refutation by OCEP's investigation, investor confidence in the reliability of Venturius AI offerings declined sharply and hasn't fully recovered since. Dr. Hazmadi was transferred off of the Fountain of Paradise Spaceport shortly after hearings began. Mr. Pratt was a popular travel and food writer. Bringing his death and the subsequent hearings surrounding it added attention from the public. Both the Venturius Corporation and Mr. Pratt's family declined to comment for this story. So this must refer to the guilt that she was feeling. This may be the patient that she lost. Nothing on the back. Interesting. Alright, let's keep going. This is very deep. The storylines of these crew members is very deep. I have to give them a lot of credit for putting so much thought into this. Alright, so let's go into her office again. We looked in the drawer. We did not look at her computer. Another ad for the Venturi's belt. Credentials. Bioscan record pin updated. Thank you for updating your Crew AR Bioscan Records access code. Please enter a code reminder phrase for future reference. Reminder phrase graduation. Interesting. Text message. From Venturis. Contractor Hazmati, we would like to remind you that while your posting contract on Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma is currently up for renewal, there would be many more posting options open to you if you were to accept personal responsibility for the incident of September 2nd, 2085 upon Fountain of Paradise. Aha! As you know, the court case has been settled, so there would be no further negative impact on you, and your opportunities within Venturis would be significantly improved. And she responds, I'll take the renewal, thanks. So Venturis is trying to strong-arm Sarah into taking responsibility for the loss of that patient when she testified that it was the fault of the medical AI, Hika. Really? Interesting. So, something about body scan records and graduation being the hint. Here's a certificate in the year 2080. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. Alright. Let's move on here. We've been here imaging. AR bioscan. Alright, that's interesting. Is there something down here? Oh. That's, the cat. And a little mousy toy. Interesting, I have a mousy toy like this for our cats. Alright, moving along. Wait a minute. Recent body scan records for medical staff eyes only. And of course they said the graduation date was the hint. So 2080. Unlocked. Recent body scan records. Here we go. Crew member Roberta Williams, 27 years old. Genetic filtering signatures. Standard immunoviral, Schedule AC, addictive substance resistance 4, anti-carcinogenic filter series A, cryogenic risk stasis factors none. Patient exhibits no physical symptoms that might lead to injury or death following cryogenic stasis or revival. Physician should proceed with procedures as appropriate. Okay? Uh-oh. I see a frowny face. Natalie Kurashenko. Heart murmur. Probable stenosis. Clear signs of cardiovascular abnormality. Heart murmur. Presents severe risk of death during the cryogenic revival process. Expected probability of survival 18%. Not recommended. And of course, this is what the doctor was withholding from Natalie. And I wonder if this is also why Natalie was wondering about holding off going into cryo. Andrew. Andrew has no factors that would prevent him from going into cryo. I feel badly for Nat. If she goes into cryo, she might not survive the revival. Not good. Okay. Hello. We have We have a skeleton in the closet with its head removed. That's interesting. Alright, so the plot thickens, to put it mildly. We have one more clue to uncover. We have to see something. There's one other clue here.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, Sarah. We'll see you over in Mac.
As soon as everything's wrapped up here.
Alright, good speed.
Let's fast forward. Who... Okay, hold it. Andrew was coming here. What was he looking at? To Nicholas, Dageb, Figueroa, and Mark Figueroa. Love you both. Dear Mark and Nicholas, I don't know how to say this, but... accident on the station. And if you're reading this, we weren't able to survive it. And I'm sorry. Nicholas, I'm sorry I won't be there to see you grow up to be the amazing man I already see you becoming. Mark, I'm sorry I won't be there to hold your hand as we grow old together, but don't forget me. Know that I loved you more than... I'm sorry, Odin, I can't do this right now. I'll finish this laser. Stop dictation. So this was intended to be a goodbye message if things didn't work out. Text message with Roberta. The drone was never meant to support human life. There's no air supply system, no onboard controls at all. There's not enough radiation shielding for human passengers. And I'm just going to have to figure out where to scavenge all that stuff from Tacoma in a way that won't break the station. And I hope that I can retrofit the drone to support human life long enough for me to manually pilot the 6 of us from Tacoma to the moon. So I really need to get back to it, sorry. Thanks for buying us a few more hours of oxygen with that algae thing, Andrew. Okay. From Evie St. James, prepping for cryo. Dear crew, I would rather not be writing this. Clive and I... Why I wish I weren't signing these words. It is because above all I believe in this crew, and I wish I could be there to see you succeed in this. We have the right people to make our plan a reality. We will breathe fresh air again. We will see our families again. We will feel the Earth's pull again together. For now, Clive and I will do our part and settle into cryo. Soon Andrew will join us. Sarah, Bert, and Nat, we're all counting on you. Couldn't be in better hands. With love and gratitude, Evie St. James and Clive Siddiqui. Wow. Hopefully that wasn't a final goodbye. Andrew information. Answers to your frequently asked questions. In case the contractor dies, transport of remains and funeral arrangements are paid for by Venturi's. Loyalty and any additional Venturi's accident insurance the contractor has invested in are immediately transferred to the contractor's specified beneficiary. Compound loyalty continues to accrue. Alright, let's play the rest of this recording.
Odin, is Sarah ready for me?
I will tell her that you are here.
So you showed up for your exam.
I did.
And the rest of this we've seen. So we've learned a lot here about Dr. Hazmati and her past. So this is really fleshing out here in terms of the storyline and the characters. So this is a good place to stop. So once again, I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to sharing the next chapter with you.